Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to this week's meeting of Essex. Thank you. Welcome to this week's meeting of Essex Business Forum. As you know, I'm Aidan Squire. As you know, I'm the meeting chairman. And as you know, it's my job to take you through the agenda. You also know that there's a leadership team. Notwithstanding this, I'd like them to be upstanding and introduce themselves to the meeting, please.
Good morning, guys. Ben, Education Coordinator.
Good morning, Scott, Meeting Secretary, handsome face of live chat, keeper of numbers and stuff like that.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Terry, Field Membership and Recruitment.
Morning, I'm Brian, elderly face of Social Secretary.
It's Chair of the Membership Committee, and I'm the official timekeeper.
It's going to be trouble.
Thank you. Thank you all. Please be seated. Right. The first part of the meeting starts with the Performance League. So I'll introduce Scott.
Okay. Just 1 week recorded thus far, so I'll tell you where the scores are at. I know I moan about this every week, but just a reminder, please make sure you record everything on here as well as the green bits of paper we pass around today. It's really important for us. So, third position, 70 points earned in just 1 week. Blake. That's right. 78 points in second position, so practically done his month's worth of benchmark points in just the 1 week. Is Brian Painter.
Well done.
Current leader has 224 points. Because I gave Blake 8 referrals and this one and that one and all those things, I'm currently leading.
I saw you all.
There you go, sorry.
As that seems to be a mirror image of what Matt Barry was offering last week, does that mean he hasn't made the electronic entry? Quite probably. Right, there we are. Yes, right. Okay, education slots next.
Thank you very much. Well, good morning, guys. And as probably you're aware from what was on the WhatsApp group, we had today's education slot is provided by Scott. So, Scott, over to you.
So, two things today, very quickly. I just wanted to start, and I'm going to loosely call it social media etiquette within EBF. It would make a lot of sense if, as a group of friends and colleagues, we all tended to follow one another's social accounts if we get a chance, and just like and share wherever we can. Free, easy way to get the algorithms working for one another. So I was just going to chuck that out at the start of what I'm saying. If you've got social media accounts and we're not all following them, share them, get us all to follow and like and subscribe or whatever it is to one another. On the topic of social media though, let's think about how we use WhatsApp groups and those kind of things. If we're having a conversation between one member and another, let's move that off and have that privately between one member and another, not 30 people wide, not picking on anybody in particular, but there are some things that don't need to be there and there are some things that can. So there we go, social media etiquette, EBF. The rest of this, I've got some interesting things about all of us, and I'm just going to read some, and it's up to you to determine who this person is. So the first person has been to prison.
Right.
And the first person has also been in 2 films.
No, I would say prison film. I would say Toby.
I've been in 1 film.
Have you?
Well, I'm going to give it to you. It's Tony.
I'm a good boy.
Okay.
Three times.
Let's just shuffle up some more. This person, my child got expelled from nursery school. And they have written 3 books.
The child.
Jane.
Well, too easy to read. Got you, Joe.
Yeah, but too much away.
Okay. Once pushed Neil Kinnock down some stairs.
I don't know.
My hero.
And they're wearing green pants, if that's the second
Oh,
useful piece of
we need to have
I don't remember what colour I had.
Any thoughts?
Howard.
100% sir, yes.
It couldn't have been the Agro Commando. Who's Neil Kinnock?
Okay. It's kind of a theme on this one. I have relocated 2 lampposts on 2 separate occasions
Oh dear.
at 2 different properties. I have never voted Labour, but I might this time. Probably not. You got it.
Well done.
You got it. Do you want to do a couple more?
Yeah.
Was it you, Tony?
Okay. This person has owned 10 acres of land in Australia for 25 years. All that lives there are wallabies and cane toads. I might even need the second one, do I? You got it. I mean, he also is related to Eddie Stobart. Maybe. What have we got here? What have we got here? This person has dangled above the roof of Buckingham Palace and has been on stage with Chaz and Dave.
Definitely not.
What do you mean by dangled exactly?
Well, you can ask them.
Is it Brian May?
Sorry?
Is it Brian May?
No.
Oh, it's not him.
Right, own up.
It's Mark.
Oh,
mine.
yeah.
Alright, okay. This person's favourite colour is purple and they're scared of frogs.
Suppose of me.
No, it's actually Sharon who's not even here anymore, she's got out into the kitchen. Last one more. Okay, this person's ears are not level. And they had an arrest warrant issued for someone with the same name as them at the same location.
You know his ears are there.
The game was ears. Nobody's ears are level.
No, you're not allowed to say who it is. It's obvious then, isn't it?
You're right.
What's it then?
Okay, the person has a PlayStation tattoo and a lazy eye.
Now more interesting.
Starred in the Wide Awake Club with Timmy Mallet
It's got to be.
and was in the English squad for athletics.
Definitely not me then.
James.
Brian.
James, yeah.
Put your hand up.
Athletics.
It's you. Put your hand up.
Hey!
Good man.
Can't run for shit, I know how to throw a javelin.
Well, keep going.
Right,
now.
we've got a couple. Yeah, we'll keep going. Played hockey for the Lincolnshire Schoolboys
Sounds like
and completes the cryptic observer crossword every Sunday.
James.
Mostly, anyway.
No?
Brian.
Yeah, right.
Nope.
Aidan.
Ah.
How'd you hockey these days?
Okay, this person's a black belt in karate.
James.
Spent an evening on a hen night on free drinks, and they thought he was one of the top girls in the team.
James.
Who?
James.
Jane, no, James. Yeah. Did I? It's terrible writing. Sorry. Spent an evening with a hen night on free drinks, as they thought I was one of the Top Gear team.
Yeah, that's so much of
My apologies. My apologies. Okay, quick one. Previously, the public relations officer for British Gas.
Right.
Got him. Too easy. This person holds a Guinness World Record and has snogged Barbara Windsor.
Who else has got a GWI?
I thank you all. Yeah.
I didn't get it from the Guinness World Record.
Was kicked out of Scouts for being too naughty and has played kiss chase with another member of EBF.
Stuart.
I was at school with Leah, junior school. I ran a small restaurant in a pub and loved horror films.
That's what it
Love
is.
horror.
Horror films. Loves horror
Can't be
films.
interested in all that.
I didn't write their name on this, so I can't tell you this. Is it Windsor? Okay. I invented the meaning of Satsuma without seeds, and it went viral.
Yeah, it
I made up the fact that it meant without seeds, Satsuma.
Well, look, there we go. I hope that was of interest. You know, this proves we do know each other fairly well, I think.
Yeah.
There we go.
Terry, are you going to grace us with any information about membership matters or not? No. In that case, let's get the second round underway. As usual, I'm going to send around the box for cards. Please do the usual. I'm also going to send that around for you to put your offerings in for this week. Vincent, as always, is our bellman after 50 seconds and after 60. Blake was the winner of the Oscar, which he is displaying proudly on the front table. He will be listening carefully and will award the Oscar at the end of the round. The round, therefore, will start. It will start with. It will start with Blake, and it will then go on to Brian. Blake.
I'm not going to take 60 seconds because I'm going to take 10 minutes, but I'm going to pass around the guns. Feel free to have a look at them. They are made safe. So. Have a look.
Thanks, Blake. That didn't trouble the timer. Brian, you're next. And you're followed by James.
Good morning, everybody. Brian, there's children therapy. I won't be here the next couple of weeks, so there's no need to look for clients. So I thought I'll tell you a story, and it concerns a couple in their 60s from the north, and they decided to visit London and live at London town. The wife was deaf and dumb, but she could lip read if you formed words with a northern accent. And they're driving down and through an area 30 miles an hour, and they're beating and there's a police car following them. Pulled over. The cop said, what speed do you think you're doing? What speed? And she said, she's doing 30, officer. No, she's doing 45. It's where you come from. And she said, she's from Bolton. And the cop said, Bolton. He said, I once went there 40 years ago. With Fred Brentwood. We went to a club, I picked up a girl, went back to her place. It was the worst sex I've ever experienced in my life. She was absolutely lifeless, dead. And the wife said, what did he say? The husband said, he said he thinks he knows you.
Thank you, Brian. Right, James. I hope you don't find it difficult to follow that, but James, you're next. You're followed by Neil.
Absolutely no idea where to go now. James from R&K Insurance. Please, yeah. In honour of our sporting events that are going on at the moment, I thought I'd go on about sports clubs. I won't make any silly references about hookers and tight heads or whatever else that the rugby boys get up to in the changing rooms after the game. But if you know any rugby clubs, any cricket clubs, any hockey clubs, any sailing clubs, or anyone that has a proper sport like football, send them my way. We've got package policies that deal with everything they need, including access to markets for the playing risks as well. And we just are very competitive. When we get them, we keep them, and we know what we're talking about. Because it's specialists, a lot of people have got policies not worth a piece of paper written on them. So they're written on, sorry. So yeah, James, R&K Insurance, anything sporty.
Thank you, James. Next is Neil. We followed by
Hi guys, Neil from an Event Catering. I'm sure most of you know I've spent the last few weeks working with Sharp Ninja on all their new ovens and displays and going to all these food festivals. So I wanted to just explain to this business group the business side of that. So we done a deal with Sharp Ninja where we would, it was a daylight robbery. It really was. Where we done a deal where we charged them for the labour, charged them for the mileage, we even charged them a higher cost to use our own refrigerated van. I even charged them for the tables so that I could make their food on my tables. But we also mainly charged them per portion of food. And we gave away nearly 5,000 portions last weekend at Tom Kerridge's Pub and Park Food Festival. But to give you an idea of what a portion actually is, and we charge them amount per portion, we cook pizzas in their new ovens, their new Sharp Ninja pizza ovens. We took those pizzas out, cut them into 8 slices, put them onto 8 plates, sent them out, that's 8 portions. Which made it the most expensive pizza in Hertfordshire. And we've done nearly 5,000 portions of those. Pulled pork buns, cut into 4, cocktail sticks in each one, send them out, that's 4 portions. Made it the most expensive pulled pork bun in Hertfordshire that day. That is how we make our money. That's Neil from the Event Catering. Thank you very much.
take a sip of the drink, and that's a portion. Right, next up is John Hammond, and he's followed by Ben.
Good morning, everybody. We install all types of...
Start again.
Good morning, everyone. We install all types of CCTV systems. A lot of the times, customers ask for the nice hand-tilt zoom cameras or GTZs, and they're very, very good. But they're no good if you just watch and record images. Because if Blakey's doing something over there, and the camera's pointed that way, you don't see them. So we advise the client on the best solution to meet their problem. We don't just give them what they think. These are great. If you've got a control room that can actually control where the camera's looking, fantastic. If you haven't, don't bother with them. So if you want a good CCTV system, speak to us, John Hammond at JMA Technology, applying technology to security.
Thank you, John. Ben, you're next, and you're followed by Mike.
Good morning guys, Ben Golding from Utility Warehouse. Now, for those existing customers in the room, and don't worry if you're not because we can get that sorted, but it's never been a better time to refer me. Because every time you refer me to somebody, a homeowner that takes at least 2 services, you'll get £50 off your bill. However, you will also be entered into a prize draw to win £1,000 off your bill, plus the person you refer will get £1,000 too. Now we're doing this every 50 customers that's referred, which means we're going to be doing this draw every 12 hours until the end of the month. So this week I'm looking for people you know who like to save money with the UK's cheapest, the UK's most trusted and the UK's most recommended utility company, and have the chance to win £1,000. That's Ben Golding, Utility Warehouse.
1 minute.
Thank you, Ben.
And half a second.
1 minute and half a second.
You lose.
Went over.
Mike, you're next, and you're followed by Vince.
Good morning everyone. If you check the EBF app, I've just sent a link out which goes to a website showing some images, which is what I want to talk about today, which is architecture photography. I'm a massive fan of structural, architectural photography and video. Just as one of the things I enjoy doing when I travel and see places anyway, but I also involve in my work quite a lot. And in fact, I'm actually working with ex-member Kieran next weekend, where we're looking at one of his sort of nice designs that's put together, we're interviewing the family, talking about the design brief for it and putting that all on video so you can share that around. So I'm looking for architects, building engineers, developers, anything similar to that, to do interviews and show all their best brand designs type work off. And that's why I've Black Multimedia. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. Vincent, you're next and you're followed by Stuart.
Morning everyone. Notepads. And where do we get the word notepads from? We should make notes on the pads. Notepads. They come in various sizes. We've just produced these for a firm of accountants, 500 of each pad. Thank you very much for that. They come in A3 size. You can use them as a yearly planner or a really small one. This is my own notepad, everyone. Pad becomes part of the furniture after a while. It's just sitting on your client's desk. But there's no doubting that your name and product is psychologically embedded deep within their souls. And the message is getting through by osmosis. So if you know someone that would like to get in front of, speak to me about notepads. I'll even offer you the lined paper at no extra charge, and the built-in osmosis is free as well. So who's judging the? Who's judging the? Oh yeah, I've got something for you, mate. Have a free notepad, Blake. Oh, yeah. You're welcome. That doesn't get you upset. No, it won't. Got 1 second left. You think it, will you, Kit? No.
That was the passage of a weak solution to a strong solution through a semi-permeable membrane.
Oh. And he used to play for Ipswich as well, didn't he? That's all osmosis.
Right. Thank you, Vince. Right. Stuart, you're followed by Terry.
Go on, Stuart.
Good morning, everybody. Stuart at LG Networks. We supply business telecommunications, and we try and take the stress out of dealing with the big networks. Those guys who really get under your skin, really start to build the stress and the pressure that you don't need when you're busy running your own businesses. Do you, sir? Quite right, just there. I'm on the lookout for businesses that are relocating. When the company is relocating, they're quite often going to be reviewing their business telecommunications, they're going to be looking into their internet services, they may need to fit out the new office with maybe some data cabling, some fibre optic networks, that kind of thing. And they will often think, oh God, I've got to deal with BT. Okay, you don't have to. You can come speak to me, we will deal with the networks on your behalf, taking the stress out of that move for you. So please, if you know any businesses that are relocating, please put me in touch with me, Stuart at LG Networks. Thank you.
I'm looking for a massage.
Thank you, Stuart. Terry, you're next. Lovely bit.
Good morning, everybody. Terry Maiden from TM Law. I've got a client this week last I went out of my office. She was so happy that the people in the office next door wanted to know what I've done to make her so happy. Very simple, really. She's a really nice lady. She'd been to solicitors, she'd had an employment claim, they'd won the case and got an award of £20,000, not bad, against the employer. Unfortunately, the employer immediately wound up the company, so she didn't get a penny. So I looked at it and I thought a different angle and said, why didn't they bring in the directors as well? Because harassment, victimisation, that sort of claim, personal. And so we sued the former solicitors, and I've just got an offer of £12,000, which I'm hoping to increase to £15,000. So you won't get the whole 20 because 10 of it was unfair dismissal and the company's gone, so that's that. But because the first solicitors didn't do it properly, we've now got a very happy client. So that's what I explained to my neighbours in the neighbourhood office who are a bit suspicious. If you know any clients who are unhappy and want a solicitor to make them happy, it's me, Terry Maiden, TM Law. Thank you.
Thank you, Terry. Jane, you're next, followed by Toby.
Hello everybody, Auntie Jane from the English Green Tea Company. Or shall I clean my glasses? Hang on. I'm afraid I'm mentioning the C word, as you can see, but I know it's early for many of you, but for those in the hamper and gift business, it's not early at all. And if you do know of companies that order gifts, I'd love you to put me in touch with them or pass them this little leaflet, or I can send an electronic one. And just to mention, one of our hampers this year has these crackers in it. They've got the hats, they've got the bang, they've got the joke, but each one has a different tea inside. So would you get Earl Grey, would you get elderberry, with who knows? So we're always coming up with fun ideas relating to afternoon tea, including the giant chocolate brownie. Ditch the Christmas pudding, go for that instead. I thank you, Auntie Jane, sitting down to do my glasses again.
Thank you, Jane. Toby, you're followed by Scott.
Good morning, everybody. Just a reminder today of new information for the newer members that well as being a personal businessman, so I'm also a hamster trainer. So I'm looking for hamsters, people who have got their own business but they're perpetually on the hamster wheel, always running, chasing new work but never actually getting anywhere, using lots of energy, but not really being effective or efficient, not moving in any particular direction, so not really making any serious money. I help people to get off that hamster wheel. I help them with a structured directional plan to give them momentum, get them from where they are to where they want to be as quickly as possible. So if you think you might be a hamster, or if you know any hamsters that need training, like the value of having a chat with me, then please put me in touch. So that's Toby Acton, Pole Position Business Solutions, getting your hamster on track, driving it forward and putting it in a winning position.
Right, thank you very much, Toby. Scott, you're next and you're followed by Rose.
Well, yes, I feel like a hamster this week. So thanks. So yeah, you might have a chat on day. Move that forwards. Really busy with projects largely referred by you lot. So not looking for anything fresh this week. I thought I'd ask you a question. You've all ticked the box that says I'm not a robot. Really irritating. They're called capture devices or recapture devices. Anyone know what capture stands for? Well, I'll just share it with you. Yeah. It's a completely automated Turing test to tell computers and humans apart. Oh. That's what it means. So, yeah, it learns a little bit about you and your behaviour and where you've come from and how you've moved your mouse to identify if you're a bot or a human. Wow. So it is. There's another academic story.
Rosemary, you're next and you're followed by Howard.
Good morning everyone, I'm Rosemary, your personal travel consultant. I can arrange any sort of business trip, but normally I come and tell you about an awful thing that's happened this week. So this week I'm just going to give you some lovely offers. So we've got Dubai, 7 nights, half board, family of 4, going on the 17th of February, which I believe is half term. The kids stay free, but it is around sort of 10 grand, but it's at the Atlantis Carnival. Then we've got, if anyone's got time in October and is quite an active person, I've got a great deal to the Messini Beach Club. It includes a sail, tennis, cycling, all of those sort of things. Really good activities. Flights, 649 per person. Then Christmas, Jack mentioned Christmas. So we've got Riga, capital of Latvia, can do a Christmas market tour there. 3 nights, flights from Gatwick, 489 per person. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Rosemary. Howard, you're next.
Morning all. Howard Willett from Clear Financial Advice. We're independent financial advisors. I'm dealing with a client who's got quite a lot of money. His company's worth about 20 million. He's got another 10 million pounds worth of assets he owns personally. And so we're doing some inheritance tax planning. And this is where I owe you guys an apology. We're investing about 5 million quid in all, and that's going to deprive the taxpayer of about 2 million pounds of inheritance tax. So I'm really sorry. But I'm going on quite nice at this, so I'm going to do it anyway. But you know, anyone else has got too much cash, there's lots of things we can do to reduce inheritance tax liability for their beneficiaries. This guy's 80 years old. You might think you're too old to do any planning when you get that old, but no, there are things that can be done. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Howard. Last week or so, there have been a lot of mentions of people's bottoms getting them off, or in parliamentary terms. It started with the Education Secretary and all of the efforts that should be made in relation to concrete. The best, however, was an SNP MP who called the Tories and the Labour Party the 2 cheeks in the arsehole of procrastination. When I retire, I'm almost thinking of moving up to Scotland so I can get into his constituency and vote for him, because I thought that was excellent. This week I have had procrastination from clients. One of them was deciding whether to amend his will and decided against it. Another was to decide whether to instruct me to deal with a lease or not, and decided not to. Just so that you know, I'm happy to talk to any client initially about their problem, and that won't cost them anything. I will also give a consultation fee, normally about 250 quid, in order to deal with a specific problem. So that's me, Aidan Squire from TM Law. Send them to me for my initial advice. Thank you. That is the end of the 60-second round. Blake, would you like to award the Oscar?
I would. Brian, you're not getting it. 52nd round. Reluctantly, he was going to get it easily, but then I spotted him cleaning his glasses, which something I didn't give him.
Do you know what? I took it out and thought, it's a bit knackered actually, I think.
I did give it to him. The reason you're getting the Oscar is because everyone hates PT.
Well, that's good.
And how it's easy to enjoy your hands all over your shoulders.
That's the first time.
Let's go there and get well done.
Thank you very much, Blake. Well done, Stuart. Let's move on. And the moving on, normally after the 60-second round, is the meeting secretary's report. Scott.
I only was going to add, especially given Vince's excellent presentation on notepads and how rewards they are. There's a few spare notepads from my little exercise this morning, so I'm going to give the remaining pad to the winner of the Performance League currently.
Thank you, Scott.
Sorry.
Right, I'm going to give a quick report on the Synergy Team meeting we had on Tuesday. We're at the George and Dragon. There were 6 of us. Everybody went round and inquired of the others what work they could produce to them. So it's just an exercise in examining in more detail what work any individual could give through the business that they do. Very successful. We had a great turnout. As I say, 6 is a reasonable turnout, but a really good meeting. And I think Jane probably will be producing one next week.
I will indeed.
Excellent. There you go. That leads us on to the 10-minute presentation. So I'll hand over to Ben.
Thank you very much. So today we have a first, because we have Mr. Blake Hammond giving us his first 10 minutes, and obviously by what's going around it's going to be quite exciting 10 minutes I think. So Blake's business, Ammo Hive Limited, which is airsoft and outdoor gear supply store, of which he's the director, and it's an online shop for the United Kingdom. So a couple of bits about Blake. So Blake's best day out is obviously airsoft at Plantation with the team Honey Badger. There, Blake's prized possession is his PlayStation 5. I've still got the original PlayStation. There you go. What would you do with £1 million cash? You would buy a woodland and set up an airsoft game site.
100%.
And finally, a famous person Blake has met, because I can never say his name properly, right, is Bill Nighy, who pushed you into the road when he came out of the laundrette when you were in Soho.
Yep.
Oh, you pushed him back anyway, so...
He apologised.
Good, we'll let him off. For the first time, please put your hands together for Mr. Blake Hammond.
Morning everyone. There's jumpers going around and guns going around. Want to look at anything else, we can have a look and play while I'm talking. I haven't got projectors, so it's not a big screen, so you're going to have to deal with a little screen, sorry. And it'll be as loud as I can. So, let's start.
Welcome to this 10-minute presentation on the world of ammo hive. I will hand over to Blake to talk about this and airsoft in more detail. Good morning, Blake. I hope you are well.
Thank you, Holly. Good morning, everyone. I am Blake, and I am one of the owners of Ammo Hive. What is Ammo Hive, I hear you ask? Well, we're an airsoft outdoor gear supply store. We sell airsoft guns, the ones that are currently being passed around, which I have made safe today and removed all the batteries and gas, so you're perfectly fine. A battery stick, like this one, powers a green rifle that's going around. The pistol that was going around, but it's appeared back here, this one, is powered by green gas, which is a mix of propane with varying amounts of silicon lube or other additives contained in the mixture to vary the potential output provided, so to limit how many FPS you get shot by and how much it hurts. Also going around are some of the hoodies, which is there, and boots we sell, which are down there. We also sell tactical vests, which I've put the thing on. Tactical vests, I'm sure welcome to come and have a look at. Airsoft helmets, face protection and eye protection, which make us look a bit like this. I know, beautiful, right? The photo is from Plantation, which is our main game site, with John, Toby, Scott, Benji, Scott's son, Joe, Scott's neighbour, and myself. We make Team Honey Badger. Good question, Holly. Yes and no. For a retailer to be able to sell you a realistic imitation firearm, one of them, or RIF for short, you must hold a valid defence. The most common is one called UKARA, which stands for United Kingdom Airsoft Retailers Association. This basically means that you are playing airsoft as a genuine hobby and have a valid reason to own a RIF. Retailers registered with UKARA can check plate UKARA numbers to make sure that they are being sold to legitimate players. However, there is an exception. Two-tone RIFs, like the rifle was going around, which like the rifle going around, anyone over 18 can buy these as they are easily distinguishable to people they are fake. Also, the law only states that RIFs should not be sold to anyone who is under 18 and does not have a UKARA, but it is perfectly legal to own one. Can't hear it very well. It says, what is airsoft? It's meant to be a big speaker. For the last part of my 10 minutes, I have a video of airsoft gameplay for you to watch. I will ruin it by skipping over it. The video is set on a map that was created to mimic the best map Call of Duty video game ever made. So, airsoft is like playing grown-up hide and seek. Imagine a bunch of adults dressed up in camouflage gear, running around the woods and shooting each other with harmless plastic BBs fired from realistic-looking guns. It's like a real-life video game, but instead of respawning, you walk back to the starting point with a dramatic "I've been hit" expression on my face. The best part, in airsoft, you can unleash your inner action hero without the need for stunt doubles or CGI effects. Picture yourself diving behind a tree, rolling out of the line of fire, and shouting dramatic one-liners like, "Oh, we're back!" as you make your daring escape. And let's not forget the camaraderie. You'll bond with your fellow players over shared battle scars, bruises from BB impacts, and strategize like military tacticians over how to capture the elusive flag or defend your base. It's a mix of adrenaline, laughter, and maybe a touch of, why the hell did I sign up for this? That makes airsoft an unforgettable and fun experience. This brings me to the end of my 10-minute-ish presentation. I will now let you watch the gameplay and take any questions while you watch. I have been Blake, giving you a bit of insight into us, Ammo Hive, and the world of airsoft. Yep.
Tell me about the ratio. Is it all men or?
No, definitely not. There's quite a higher percentage of girls who play.
Yes.
Every time we play, I wouldn't say it's an equal amount, but there is a fair amount of girls that do play and enjoy it really well.
And is there an age barrier to?
So most sites are minimum age of 12.
Yes.
There's no maximum age.
Maybe there should be.
There's some very fit elder people that go.
All right.
So yeah, they're really quite good. And him being probably the oldest one. Yeah. Sorry.
Right, you know the handgun that you handed round, can they be converted to fire real bullet?
No.
Oh.
No. None of the airsoft guns are really possible to convert.
Right.
So, and they're made in such a way they look real, but they are made in such a way they cannot be converted to a real gun. Sure.
So on your hoodie here, the bigger paintballers. See, paintball's been around for years, and airsoft is, by comparison, relatively new.
Yeah.
So what do you see? Why would someone choose to? Why do you love airsoft versus what paintball is?
So
you've never done paintball, you've never done airsoft.
Yeah. So paintballing is more of a scenario-based game where you're in like a setup, small area, shooting paintballs at each other. Which the paintballs vary in how hard they hit you, whether it's hot weather, cold weather. Also, you don't have the feel of a real gun. You literally have a paintball gun which looks like a paintball gun.
Yeah.
The reason I feel, and airsoft is a lot better than paintball, is the realism. You have the real combat simulations, you get proper military playing airsoft, there's training exercises, and you're pretty much consistent on how much it hurts through summer to winter. Apart from in the summer you wear less clothes, but pretty much they hurt the same, whereas paintball, if the balls are soft in the summer, they hurt less, and winter, balls are harder, so they hit harder. Airsoft has a consistency and more of a realism, in my opinion. Yes.
I was going to say, what's the best way, I suppose, for us to help you in the business at the moment? Are you like looking to sort of spread the website and...
Yeah, so at the moment it's spreading the word and coming to play. But it's not just about airsoft. Like the hoodies, you can wear the hoodies anytime you like. There's various designs on the website. Like yourself, the boots, you can use them for hiking, walking. They're not designed specifically for airsoft. And also like the bags, you can use bags for anything. So it's not just recommending us for airsoft, it's any sort of outdoor gear that you might need. Just getting the word out there to people who hike, camp, fish, or ideally want to come along and play airsoft. Tell me,
How many people would you need to sort of make a realistic team then?
So on a normal game day, which is a Sunday, there's about 250 people will go. So it's never a small amount. For an airsoft team, you can have 2 people. There's no limit. But for actual gameplay on Sunday, it's normally 250 to 300 people. I think Plantation normally 300, is it on a Sunday? Something like
yeah,
that?
it's 2 to 300, isn't it?
Yeah. So there's a lot of us that are there, and there's never been any fights.
Where is that based?
Plantation is in Brentwood. So, and there's quite a few around. We're going, not this Sunday, Sunday after, to Dragon's Lair, which is in Kelvin Hatch. So, and there's quite a few around the area which are really good.
Does anyone ever injure themselves, say at a CQB site in Canby Island by any chance?
I know of one person who did their shoulder at a CQB site in Canby Island, who will remain unnamed, who's currently still suffering, apparently.
There was an underlying problem.
But yeah, there's always the element of you might get hurt. Scott got a sniper round in his head the other day. John got a sniper round in his head weeks ago. I haven't. That says a lot.
Protection, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Just shows the morale.
Sorry, when you say sniper round, does that mean you've got guys who just hold up a tree or in somewhere?
No, so you have
just waiting to.
You have to be on ground.
Sorry, Toby off.
You have to be on ground level. You're not allowed any higher than ground level.
Oh.
But yes, there is snipers who are shooting from quite a distance away. But their engagement rules are they can't shoot any closer than 30 metres. So if you're closer than 30 metres, you're not going to get shot by a sniper. How they used to do that, I don't know. But
yeah, as long as the snipers play by the rules.
Yeah, as long as the snipers play by the rules, yeah. But most of the time they do. But yeah, they do that.
You can actually see them coming sometimes from the snipers.
Yeah, sometimes when the snipers, they're a long distance away and they've got the white BBs, you can move out of their way because The same comment from
Maybe she's a force there.
That's what it sits between the eyes.
One morning, that's
What is the range of the grip pistols and the machine gun?
so it varies between BB size, sorry. So you get anything from 0.2s all up to 4.8s. Pistols are normally a shorter range, but again, depends what weights you're shooting. Sniper rifles are
14 to 70
meters. They range vary quite broadly. But yeah, it depends what you're firing and what type of gun you're firing, whether it's gas, battery, or. But yeah. Thank you.
Very good.
That's all for me.
Blake, thank you very much. You did very well without having the screen. There's just actually a sort of follow-up question in thanking you for a good presentation. You showed me over your website when I was over with you last week, and it struck me that there were quite a few things on there that were stocking fillers. I'd suggest anybody get onto his website and have a look, because there are things there that you can buy that don't involve you getting shot between the eyes. There are presents there, but thank you very much. Excellent. Well done. If you could do the running for us as well.
Yeah.
Blake. So, the referrals and testimonials round. As usual, we'll start with the naughty corner. Howard, if you could kick us off, please.
One there for Stuart, for the internet connection with someone, and Aidan Wilson, parasailor.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, good meeting everyone. Thank you for that, Blake. It's tempting actually. I also think I'd spend most of the Sunday going like, go! Well,
Like my son was a marshal at Mayhem.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And you get coachloads of hardcore Russian lunatics. You also used to get coachloads of rabbis as well from the on Sunday.
Oh, really? Nice.
They didn't put the ammo gear on, they just wore their usual. Fights were breaking out everywhere, I've got to tell you. Between the rabbis and the Russians. Anyway, thank you Terry for a little bit of advice you gave me earlier in the week, and I've filled in your testimonial page for you. Do you want this?
Yeah.
Give that to Terry first.
Recorded it, Rick, yeah?
Recorded it. And thank you to Paul Rogers for the money. That's where he would sit.
Thank you, Blake. Very, very interesting presentation. Good meeting. See you sometime next month. Might be on business.
Hello, everything really interesting. I was going to say, paintball at least, you know, it's got a big mark on it. A number of my friends, I just wouldn't trust them to own up like that. Maybe to squeal. If we get here. Thanks a lot, thanks a lot. See you all next week. We'll be
Great meeting, great 10 minutes, great to start. After next week, I'm going to start a bit of downtime. So if anyone wants one-to-one, I've got Sharp Ninja pizza ovens, I've got beers, pizzas and beers, one-to-ones, sounds like a great one-to-one, doesn't it? And the pizzas are made very show, give us a shout. Thank you.
They will all be coming.
You're all welcome, I've got about 10 ovens, so we're all welcome.
Yeah, well done, Blake. That's a good excellent first 10 minutes, and I've got as enthusiastic or terrified in equal measure. Just a quick one. Thank you very much for those of you that have left me a review on Review Solicitors. Those of you that have used my services and would like to do something, if you can. It's a new thing I've signed up for, so the more at the start the better. So thank you very much for those who left one already. And don't forget, if you leave me a testimonial on there, put it on the EBF website and get your points. Win-win. Went to the meeting today, and it was really good actually. They always are. So if you haven't got a long time yet, come along to one. Come along, it's really good. The one time with Paul Rogers and Aidan who's not here, and I've got a referral from Melissa. She's not even on this one.
appreciate your time today. A great 10 minutes there. Really enjoyed that. And yeah, obviously, we have some interesting 60 seconds of that coming up in the future, so I look forward to it. Well done, Scott. Thanks,
Yeah, obviously, great 10 minutes. I thoroughly enjoyed being on that journey, setting up the site and launching the business with you. It's been fantastic. These are brilliant. Thank you. Really good. Did I already give you the referral for the boots? Those boots for Ben? Arrived yesterday, tried them on last night, fit perfectly. So thank you for them. Thank you for the money also. And there's a thing for Terry for his referral. Now, shut me up if you're about to say this when it comes around to your turn, but the 24th, Sunday the 24th, I'm going.
I'm trying to go, but I'm in the middle of the school.
So it's an open invite. We're playing in Brentwood at the Secret Nuclear Bunker, Airsoft, Sunday the 24th, all day. Open invite. If anyone else wants to join us, come along. It involves getting shot at. But no,
purposely if you come along,
if you want to bring your kids, bring your wives and girlfriends, whatever. Shoot them. Talk to Blake.
It's really good.
It doesn't hurt as much as they make out.
And you can shoot as well, so you don't just get hit. So I'm told. Could you give a thank you for the money for Howard for that matter that completed yesterday? Thank you very much, Howard.
Blake, superb. First 10 minutes were absolutely fantastic, but just shows we learned something new. I didn't realise it was sort of all outdoor activity as well as things. So I've got a couple of friends that are really into their hiking and camping. So I'll, especially Sue, she's always going through boots very regularly. So I'll make sure that she gets your website. But absolutely fantastic, and love the Ed slot today. I thought that was brilliant. Yeah, really good. And got a referral there for Tina. Obviously not here today, but she's got the details already, PA work and admin work. And James, I know the people that run the Colchester Rotary Club, so they're trying to get me into the rugby team, but I think when we're back it's better. But when I'll try and get you into that, what you need as well. So.
We need to catch up by next week.
Yeah, definitely. And great meeting, great to see you all next week. Oh, Jane, I'll definitely be getting some bits from there as well. Especially that brownie, that looks just for me, it looks awesome.
Great. It's about 10 minutes. It doesn't hurt as much as it. You just know you've been hit. Yeah, and because it hurts. It doesn't even get hit on your finger. Or the ear. The ear's the most painful.
Or the shoulder, or the stomach, or the leg.
Actually, that's bad. But Hive does do sort of camping gear as well. We've got sleeping bags and everything else on there. So please do take a look at the website. And I'll see you all next week.
Yeah, great. And then Blake, sorry I'm missing it at the moment, but I'll be back.
You will.
Really looking forward to playing in the warm weather. I missed it all. I have got a referral to Jane Mallion for 6 afternoon teas. All for me. I have got a one-to-one with Jane. I have got a referral to Matt Barry. I have got a testimonial for Terry, which is done. And surgery. See you next week.
Could we try and get an optician for the group?
That was really interesting. Definitely. My son's worked for big companies, so that might be something they get involved with. So I'll give them more details. Thank you to the money for Scott.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
That's all right. And the referral to James for some holiday insurance for a client.
Good. Well, thank you to Scott for starting us off with great food for thought and amusement and getting to know each other a little better. As you said, you didn't do too badly, but a few quarters out, that was very good. I loved that. So this is one of the benefits of putting somebody who's fairly new to the group as high up in the agenda to speak to us as possible, because I now know a whole bunch more, including where you do it, it's for girls, it's for boys, and all of that. I really like that, and I need to know a price of a sweatshirt, please. This is for Toby, thank you for the money. Well done. This is the synergy meeting, just noting that. This is for Toby one-to-one. And see you next week. Thank you very much.
Yeah. A great 10 minutes from me, obviously. Come and have a look at all the stuff before you leave. You're more than welcome to touch anything but me. Yeah, bring me in. See you next week. Thank you.
Come and
Quick question, Blake. Is that hoodie available with other names on?
Can be. If you all want one, yeah.
Chances get shot.
Where's it from?
Toby.
Toby.
Where's your podcast?
Good job. I have to bring it, mate.
If you got spare whiskey, I'll have the other one tonight. Look at that.
We couldn't have thought that he was going to get out without us noticing. Right, thank you very much, Blake. That was excellent. Yeah, you leave them out for a bit, but we've just got to make sure we're clear by 8:30. Right. Anybody wish to make any announcements to the meeting before we get John?
Just to let you know, we are doing corporate days as well. One of our clients will do we've given them a raffle prize for 6 people to attend airsoft, and hopefully we're doing the same with the scouts as well. Scott, that we're doing.
Trying to organise something like that.
So if you've got corporate people you want to bring along, we can help support that.
just want to say, after Scott's education slot, then Sonia, if anybody can find out, the first person to find out, say what I Guinness World Record for, will get a little prize next week.
Will you be offended if we suggest the wrong answers?
After some of the things I've done, you don't get offended.
Jen.
Two things. Next week's the synergy meeting for after the meeting, if you're able to stay on. We usually have a good time. And it's going to be, what is your process for converting leads into sales? And finally, normally £6 each, all 4 for 15 today only.
There's a pina colada one in there.
There is.
Brian.
I'd like to remind you about the horse racing event in Chelmsford on the 30th. It's race number 12 lights, and there's food there, and there's also a DJ, Chris Miles, who is, and he'll be there from 8:30, and you can wander around and speak to him if you wish about what's going on. So that's on the 30th of this month. Saturday. Chelmsford races. The gates open at 3:30. First race at 5:30. But I've given the information on the email I sent around. I'll send some more information out later. And finally, just to make a bit of interest, if you add your age to the year you were born, you'll all get 2023.
No.
Yeah.
Never.
Didn't know that, did you? Thank you. See you in a few weeks.
Straight from the horse's mouth, as it were. Well done, Brian. Well, thank you very much for that organising that. Does anybody else have anything else to say? No? It's beautifully sunny. Go out and enjoy the day. I hope to see you all next week. Could I ask you, because you'll all be dealing with social media, with all of the people who didn't turn up, ask them to turn up next week to make us put more of us here to have fun. That's the end of it. See you all.